Good morning, Libra women. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I'd like to do is to go on and get you started with your romance reading, which is going to be valid, ladies, until the end of this month. Okay? I'm going to be using my Lenormand's cards today, and as always, I've already shuffled the deck, and the cards are illustrated as we see here. Okay? Let's move right along and get started. By just viewing, just looking at your suit assessment and making a few general observations. You have a predominance of clubs cards there, so it looks like that, you have a lot of business things that are kind of going on a lot, and really you don't have any heart cards, so therefore it seems that perhaps you may be focusing too heavily on romantic concern, or maybe concerned about someone who may not be as interested in you at this time, because of course this is a romance type reading, so you would expect to see those type of energies in here, but they're not present here. So it looks like your focus is more so centered around business type matters, or perhaps you may be meeting a lot of new friends and things of that nature, but it appears that you're having some problems as it relates to romance. And as I suggested, because there are no heart type energy there, it seems that perhaps you may be wasting your time on focusing on something that is like frivolous, because perhaps the one whom you may be interested in may be focused on someone else. Okay? And just to look at your color interpretation here, you really only have this one red card here, and you have all of these dark clouds there. So that suggests or portends, more delays and problems, and really situations that tend to crop up that you'd rather not, want to deal with. Okay? But it also shows here, just to look at your other numbers here, that you're pretty much in a completion stage of your situation, and you're progressing along smoothly. Okay, now I'm going to go right along and get into looking at a few combinations that we have here. Let's go on and combine card 11 with 33. That shows that, perhaps because that's more so sitting in your past, it does show that perhaps some of you may have been involved in a karmic type relationship type situation, or you may have been a bit decisive in terms or in regards to moving forward with a relationship. Okay. When we combine that along with that 29 card there, that shows that many of you are very sexy and, intense, and some of you are very seductive. Okay? I'm looking at these two combinations, suggests that maybe some of you may be even involved in the army, or perhaps in the military or something, or may have been involved with someone in that situation. Okay, let's combine a few more. 11 with, let's combine that with 21, and that shows that there has been a lot of restrictions, or perhaps a impasse as it relates to your relationship, or perhaps your romantic situation, which again, as I suggested, due to all these dark clouds, it contributes to the delays that I'm seeing for you. Okay, once again, 33, let's combine that with 29, because that's so close to your card there. That shows that, like, as I suggested, that many of you did feel that you had some type of a soulmate type of karmic type connection or relationship with someone, and many of you are very influential. Okay, I also see some of you also wanting to connect with a spiritual organization, or you might be involved in one. 13 and 19. Okay, and because of the cards that you have here, and particularly with this card 33 with 21, that shows, that, you got to take your hands off of, situations, because destiny, seems to be at play as it relates to the things that are kind of happening in your life here. Okay, let's also combine a few more. We have this 29, and let's combine that with 11, and that shows a lot of aggressive. It shows perhaps that you're very active, some of you, and again, very sexual. Okay, and also looking at this card 29 with 21, it also shows that many of you might be kind of single right now, or you might be a bit like a loner, or you might be distant or somehow reserved in some sense. Okay, now I'm combining 19 with 11, It looks to me that perhaps some of you might also have worked at a correctional facility in some sense, or you may have involved with someone who had been incarcerated in some sense. Okay? 19 with 21 shows that some of you might even work at a governmental agency. Okay? Let's move right along to just go through, examine a few other things about the cards. What I'm saying here and what it's suggesting to me is that, this card 11, lady, shows that many of you are physically fit or sporting or even sexy, and that you are very aggressive, and perhaps, you're quite, again, like I said, sexual. It also shows, too, ladies, emotional instability, which might cause you to have commitment issues, ladies. And this might be someone because of things that may have happened to you in the past. I'm feeling that perhaps some of you are or were having problems, perhaps controlling your sexual proclivities, or you feeling, a constant need maybe for sexual gratification. Okay? And card 33 there, that kind of shows that you feel destined, in a relationship, or feel that you have a strong karmic connection to an individual who might possibly be an earth type sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, or potentially a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag. Okay? And card 19 here, that kind of shows that someone, or some of you, might also be kind of tall and have very high standards. You are very ambitious, this card is suggesting, and maybe people tend to kind of find you very dependable, And looking at your last card here, the card 21, that shows that many of you might be living presently, as single at this point, and perhaps some of you may have been abstinent, even distant or indifferent towards those who approach you romantically. Okay? Now I'm just going to tune into these cards, and I'm just going to give you a quick psychic interpretations of them, and then I'm going to go on and get in more detail of what I'm saying here. So, I'm feeling that in the past that it looks like that you felt things weren't as good as you perhaps wanted them to be, ladies, and you felt a bit unsettled romantically. It looks like you worried a great deal about a lover. As I suggested, perhaps a fire sign, a Sag, Leo, Aries. Or it could have potentially, I'm kind of picking up water too. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, whom you had problems with and really wanted to connect at a level that kind of offered, ladies, more depth than what was previously offered. And, you still remain a bit optimistic, I also see that you met, it looks like several romantic possibilities. Again, it could be a fire, or even I'm seeing earth, an earth type person too, a Capricorn, a Taurus, or Virgo. But it might have been tough for you, ladies, to let a past relationship go and let a new relationship or a romantic opportunity progress, as you felt somehow that the person, I feel, might have been rushing you into something you were not ready for. And the reason why you were not possibly ready for it, because you knew that that person had an attachment already. And I'm kind of feeling in the future, ladies, I feel that you're going to still have problems romantically, as suggested by that one red card and the dark card surrounding it. And I feel that, you might end a relationship with someone and decide to kind of forget what happened, but I see you kind of contemplating moving forward with someone new. It looks like it's possibly an air type temperament, or a fire sign, a Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, Leo, or an Aries or Sag, and quite possibly an unexpected trip might be an offering for you, ladies. But again, I see the relationship might not get off the ground until a problem, it looks like. A problem has to be resolved first. That's what I'm kind of getting here. Okay? Now let's go on and get into your reading, just to let you get more information about what I'm kind of seeing here. We're going to start with the bottom card there, and that's the Bear. So, ladies, this card is all about, windfalls or health matters, or it could be even involve investments, or even things sometimes are dealing with insurance. It also refers to a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or Sag, or an earth type sign of Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. And it says, ladies, that perhaps you might be thinking about this person who appears very dominant. You know, even quite possibly, it could be an older type temperament, you know, a woman or a male. But usually this card represents a man and could also be a boss of some sort. And as funny as it sounds, lady, this card also says that the person also could be very hairy because the bear usually has that association with them. Okay, let's get on into your interpretations here, starting with kind of looking at, you know, what's, you know, kind of been going on in the past, or really what's the basis of the matter. Let's start off with card 11, and ladies, that is all about vexation or trials and power struggles or backbiting or strife, and really dissents of all kinds, you know, battles, you know, of wills or fights, and you know, really that usually kind of lead to a separation or even to a divorce, ladies. So again, this card is showing in the past. So this card shows that many of you have been experiencing this romantically, and there's even a hint that the person with whom that you were dealing with possibly was quite abusive, or even might have had a substance or drug abuse issue, which seemed to have created a lot of codependency type issues. And this person appears to me to be a water or fire type energy. So water again is a Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, and the fires Aries, Leo, and Sag. And this person appeared to me to be very nasty and peevish. Okay. And card 33, ladies, shows, you know, again, that's all about destiny or soulmate or karmic lessons. And really, ladies, unlocking knowledge, and, you know, to really kind of help you understand your past situation. So combining those two cards, lady, it says that even though that you went through this struggle with this person, this card feels that you felt a karmic type connection with this person, and you felt this instant attraction when you first met. But it also says that, you know, you also have come to understand your situation better, and you've decided to perhaps consider moving forward with someone new, and more than likely you have made an effort to do so. Because card 19 shows that shows a tall, educated person, perhaps whom you might have met, or whom you met, or whom you will soon meet if you haven't already. Because it looks like he appears a bit egocentric, lady, but he has very high expectations nevertheless. You know, and I'm feeling that he's possibly an earth or an air type temperament. Again, the earth sign ladies are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And air ladies is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And so, ladies, he might even be a step up for some of you. Perhaps he could potentially be in the legal profession, or a graduate, or an executive of some sort, or working in something that, you know, perhaps requires some type of degree or license in some sense. But ladies, because, you know, you have card 21 there, which is the mountain card, it does end this reading. And so I really don't feel that this relationship really would get off the ground, because this card denotes that there is going to be a blockage of some sort that you would have to contend with, you know, and more than likely it's probably the other person may already be involved with someone else, as I suggested, with the absence of you're not having any type of emotional type cards in your reading. So again, ladies, this card creates tensions and walls and kind of make communications difficult. So this is not to suggest that you can't have a relationship with this person, okay? It more so suggests that before the relationship can progress, you have to first overcome an obstacle, okay? And it shows that an enemy might be in the way, or potentially, more than likely, another woman might want the same man as you, you know? And it could possibly, ladies, be that the person whom you want might already be married, as I suggested, and just simply unavailable romantically, which is why I said with the absence of the emotional energy here, you may be infatuated with someone that may not be just as interested in you at this moment. Okay? So, and more so it shows that, again, the person that, again, just to add a little more to it, that you have a crush on might, again, not be as interested at you at the moment. And perhaps your focus might need to kind of be on something else, lady, like, you know, pretty much your family and career. Because, again, these cards are, the club cards is showing that that's really where your energies look to be centered. And you are very ambitious and you kind of want to manifest things in your life, but you might potentially get burned out in your pursuit for happiness if you don't slow it down. Okay? And you just need the ladies wait and let time take its course. Okay? So ladies, I do appreciate your time for viewing this. I certainly hope it resonates for you. And as for any readings, all readings may not resonate for all, but for those for whom this reading was meant, I certainly look forward to hearing your comments. And also, ladies, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please take a moment to do so now. And ladies, I'd also like to share two people that I'd like you to go over to check their sites out. I'd like you to go on and check out Shonda Rice Astrology. She does a lot of streaming and predictive astrology. And also Leo Loves Tarot. He's a new tarotist. And I think, you would benefit from watching their channels as they stream a lot. Okay? So I look forward to hearing from you guys. Again, if anyone looks for it, would like a more personalized reading, you can certainly contact me at WAT61073 @gmail.com. Enjoy your day.